Support for WPPB.
Go with your instincts. Think of Luke.
So
He's in that tunnel.
success after that. And fourth pond
That's the
after
flow of the Death
that.
Star.
Serving lunch and dinner Sundays. 668 features fresh local.
Yeah.
Support for WPPB.
And then Bob will take a break at 11:30 and play the rest of the songs. So just sign off on the ones you
Fort
played.
Pond promotes the use of native vegetation.
And then you hit Do What You Love after
Offers a
this.
diverse selection of perennials,
And then we'll go straight into Adam when that's over. It's only 2 minutes.
Fort Pond's native plants located on South Embassy Street in Montauk. Information at 631-668-6452 or nativeplants.net.
Why do you do what you love?
I've never experienced your whole
I know.
experience.
I know.
God.
Ready?
Here we go. Make sure you hit it off.
20 seconds.
Make sure you hit the pot off, because it'll go right into the next song. If you don't.
5 seconds. Go ahead.
Twisted, got to turn around because you got me. You got me now, yeah, twisted. Got to turn around because you got me, got me, got me, got me. I don't need lies and I do like. I like those eyes and I don't need lies and I like those, like those, like those, like those. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Hey, 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 hey. Art bombs, it's a revolution. Art bombs, filled with love. Art bombs, it's a revolution. Art bombs, filled with love. Art bombs, it's a revolution. Filled with, I did this for a girl. Yeah, I did this. Change the world, said I did this for a girl. Yeah, I did this. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody say yeah. Yeah. Everybody say oh. Oh. Say yeah. Yeah. Say oh. Oh. Say yeah. Yeah. Say oh. Oh. Say yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Hey, 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 hey. Passion is a crazy thing. It'll make you sing. Say passion is a crazy thing. It'll make you. I did this for a girl. Yeah, I did this to change the world. Said I did this for a girl. Yeah, I did this. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, I'll show you something. Hey, 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 hey. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Come here, yeah, let me show you something. Hey, 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 hey.
Take a
Thanks so
breath.
much for having me.
It's such
awesome.
a pleasure. Oh my God. So this is the debut of Adam's new album called Independent Matters. passion, and you've just handed me an art bomb.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, you get the experience visually. The radio gets to hear it, but
right.
there's other elements, so we brought them all here.
A lot of elements, and in fact, Hal Fickett just took some video. We're going to put it on the WPPB Facebook page, so you can check out what Adam does. Yeah, it's not just the sound. You've got to experience this whole thing. You should see the studio, the way it's set up. And by the way, we want to thank Bob Anderson, our chief engineer, for helping us out this morning. Yeah, Bob! And also, thank you to Martha Clara Vineyards, because they're our official sponsor today of this session with Adam Baranello. So how do you describe yourself, Adam? Singer, songwriter, musician, dancer? What do you call yourself?
Yeah,
Man.
I'm an artist. I'd say multimedia artist because it's multimedia. The major components are music, art, and movement. And then we put it forward on a multimedia platform. So we always have video and media elements playing to enhance it as well. So
Music, art, and movement. It's Ma'am. It's Ma'am by AJB.
it is ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes.
But I noticed music is first.
Yeah.
Has it always been?
Yes. That was the original. That was the original goal.
Do you need some water?
I got some.
water. You got
Yeah.
some water? Man, and so describe what you have set up here. Because you got the video, you've got some of your artworks behind you.
Well, Gail and I have always kind of prided ourselves, or just done, because we're kind of because we're multimedia and stuff, and because we're a little different from a lot of things. We've always gone into weird environments and strange places
Like
and
what?
strange settings.
Like what?
Well, you go into the city and the stage is 8 feet wide and there's a 4-foot piano on it. You have to move on 4 feet by 4 feet, and we have a full set choreographed. Okay, how do you do that? Or there's carpet, or there's at the PBB show with Crossroads.
Right.
They had rug laid down, all the instruments, and we didn't know, and then we had to dance on the carpet, and it was fine. It worked,
That was
What
at
else?
Guild Hall.
That was at Guild Hall,
right.
yeah. Warehouses, people's living rooms.
Have you been to Dumbo yet? Have you performed anywhere?
I haven't
Dumbo?
performed it. We've talked to a couple places, Galapagos, like it's still there, and a few other places.
You so seem to
Yeah.
belong in a place like that. It's
Thanks.
cutting edge, on the edge. What you are doing is definitely that. Wouldn't you
Thank
say?
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is Gail in the background going, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Gail.
Good morning.
So is Gail your official manager?
Muse.
Muse.
Yeah, pretty much.
How long have you guys been together?
10, 9,
9
10.
years.
Gail, you want to weigh in here? The microphone is right there. You can step up. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. So 9 years.
9 years, yeah.
And it all began around the arts, right? Am I right? Did you
Yeah.
make it?
I went to school to become a performer and become an artist. That's what I went to college for. And
And where was that?
that was at Stony Brook
At Stony Brook,
University.
yeah.
And I was heavily into the dance program, to the point where, like, for a couple of semesters I was only taking dance classes. So it was awesome. But
Yeah, all those pretty
but
girls.
I was in the dance company that the school had, and that's where I met Gail. Gail was in the dance company as well. So
And what kind of dance, though?
it was
Modern.
dance.
It was all modern.
Yeah, it was a modern dance company. Amy Yop Sullivan is the professor, and she's head of the dance and somatic learning program there. And she's,
Somatic learning.
Yeah, she's for 30 years has been touting the connection of the brain to the body.
So movement, basically.
Yeah, and how movement helps your brain, and how movement helps with learning, and it does, and she's very, very internal and very purposeful.
Wow.
So even though we do what's considered more in the pop realm, at the core there's a lot of purpose, and there's a lot of internal things going on.
You
and
must
that's
see that a lot
what we
because
do.
you guys teach all the time,
Yes.
little kids, or
Yeah.
kids of all ages, if you will.
Yeah.
But you must see the importance of movement in a child's life.
Yeah.
Oh,
See
yeah,
that happen all the
absolutely.
time?
Yeah, we deal with kids at risk, and we deal with kids with handicaps, autism, things like that, special needs. And you can see the change. You can see kids literally changing, and a big part of it being in, like, Miss Gale's class, or being in one of our classes or something.
We have parents say to us all the time, like, oh, my kid's been seeing a therapist or seeing a physical therapist or an occupational therapist for years, and there's been no change, or it's been very slow, and then they take one session with us in dance, and they're like, their world's just, they've just changed. They open up.
You literally
It's the connection between the music, the movement, the ma'am.
The ma'am. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Say yes to ma'am.
Because even with the classes, a lot of the time we're using my music and we're using my art. The kids love the t-shirts, they want one, they connect to the logo, things like that. So.
And your music is very sort of hip-hop, almost oriented a little bit.
We've been called quite a few things the last few weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What they call you, by the way, congratulations on the Sag Harbor Express
Thank
article.
you. It's a great article. Thank
Front
you, Ellen
page.
Franklin.
Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Ellen.
The cover.
Nice placement,
awesome.
right? A great photo of the two of you. Yeah.
Really, really cool.
But what did they? How did she describe you?
She didn't say didn't give it a genre. I mean, I call it alternative. I mean, if it was on commercial radio, which whatever. But if it was, it would. I think it would fit on like the alternative stations. But we dance to it, so that's why I think a lot of people kind of put it into the hip hop category, and also because the music is a lot of it's synthetically made, meaning I make it on a computer and I make it with beat machines and things like that.
Right.
But unlike a lot of hip hop, which there's a lot that don't do this, but hip hop is big in sampling and loops and things, and I don't do that. I compose everything myself. Everything's written out and original. So.
And this is a brand new one. That's your 5th album.
Yes.
Number 5.
Number 5. It's exciting.
Independent Matters, and that can be taken a variety of ways, right?
Yeah, that was when I came up with the title. It does matter being independent. You guys are independent. It matters. It makes a big deal. But then also the play on words of the matters of being independent, what it's like to be independent, and things like that. And that's what the songs and the album kind of touch on, just being your own thing and being your own original kind of person or thing, as I say often.
And this is just out this weekend.
Yeah, tomorrow is the official release.
Oh, I love how, and thanks for your post on Facebook too, about the importance for you guys of coming here to the radio station and making this a part of your CD release party weekend, if you will. We really appreciate that.
Well, you guys have been incredible to us.
Back at you.
So-
Hello.
Oh, shucks. No, but, I mean, really,
Look at
thank
Gail
you.
sporting her WPPB t-shirt.
Of
designed
course.
by Adam
I could have worn any of the AJB designs,
That's
but
right.
I chose the PPP shirt.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you guys have been unbelievably supportive, and it's nice. It's really nice because there's a lot of moments where, other than like we have a fan base and we have those people and they are phenomenal and they're wonderful.
And they're around the country,
And,
right?
but
Around the world.
it's scattered. So if you have 5 people in Germany and 4 people in Canada and 3 people in Japan and 17 people in Chicago, like no one's ever getting together, and you're not getting that kind of communal experience. So we finally felt that with things like this. It's really nice. It's really, really special. And I guess we're old enough to appreciate it or been doing it long enough to appreciate it. But I mean, I think we would always have appreciated it. But it's really, really special.
You guys feel part of this community. I know you do, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel that same way. Like putting down roots, and I never
Yeah.
thought I would do that ever.
Right,
you know?
yeah. It's a special place.
Yeah.
It's really
And we'll talk more about the whole discussion about local versus global and all of
Yeah.
that, because we've had interesting discussions about that. But we're here with Adam Baranello, AJB as we call him, and designer, musician extraordinaire, and debuting his album. So Independent Matters. Do you want to do the title, or did you plan on a certain...
I wanted to. You can't put me in a box.
do that. And
Cool.
you want
I
to...
thought it was Fight Club.
Any...
And just some stuff Gail and I went through that we had to fight through, personal and things like that, and family and people lost and things like that, and then just on the business side too, having to fight for what you believe in. So that's what this song kind of touches on. So.
Fight for it, Adam Baranello. And sporting all of his equipment.
to pick yourself up off the ground. I have seen people fighting, I have seen people dying, I've seen people trying to survive. I have seen people fighting, I have seen people dying, I've seen people trying to survive. Don't back down, don't back down, don't back down. Stand up! Sometimes you can't beat the odds. It doesn't mean that you don't fight. Sometimes you have to seem crazy, crazy, in order to do what is right. I have seen people fighting, I have seen people dying, I've seen people trying to survive. I have seen people fighting, I have seen people dying, I've seen people trying to survive. Don't back down, don't back down, don't back down. Stand up! Don't back down, we can't back down, we won't back down, we'll stand up. Don't back down, we can't back down, we won't back down, we'll stand up. I have seen people fighting, seen people dying, seen people trying to survive. I have seen people fighting, I have seen people dying, I've seen people trying to survive. Don't back down, don't back down, don't back down. Stand up! We won't back down, we won't back down, we won't back down, we'll stand up! We won't back down, we won't back down, we won't back down, we'll stand up!
I absolutely love, I wish folks could see this, and they can if they come to, you've got a multimedia event planned, right, pretty soon, Adam?
Yes.
August
3rd.
Because you should come, you've got to see the video happening, the artwork in the background, and Adam with his microphone. You got other dancers that will be helping you out, right?
Yeah, this show is primarily Gail and me, Gail and myself, and we're kind of going back to the roots. The first two albums, the show was just Gail and myself, and that's how we used to run it. And then we started having other dancers involved, and they were great and stuff. But we've just kind of gone back to focusing on that. We have Sarah Jo Strickland from HBTS. She is in a few of the songs with us, and she's been awesome. A couple other surprises maybe, but most of the stuff is Gail and me now, again, like it used to be.
Like it used to be.
It's been fun. It's been really cool to kind of get back into that frame of mind of choreography, because it's completely different when you have a group.
Going back to the basics in a sense.
Channeling my Sid Charisse.
Go down to your, what did you say about Sid Charisse?
Channeling my Sid Charisse.
Yes, there you go. And the video is on Facebook and Twitter. So
Awesome.
you can find us at 88.3 WPPB and the WPPB Facebook page. And Hal Fickett, if you've got your ears on, please put it on the Eclectic Cafe Facebook page too. The video of Adam Baranello performing here. And watching this video, now there were a couple of laugh out loud moments, a few, I should say many, and there's some interesting kind of Robin Thicke-esque moments with women, and you do a wide range in the video.
Yeah, we've for the clothing line, just since for the last 3 years.
Or the lack of clothing line.
Yeah, that was one of the more racier ones. Those little video clips. I just think they're really fun.
And so, do you want people to be watching the video, watching you, because there's artwork hanging all around you as well?
I would love for everyone to just make the connection that everything kind of fits. Like if you hear a lyric in the song, or like that's Do What We Love. That's what the name of that thing is.
The painting.
So,
Describe this.
And it's my logo, and then it's dripping down spray paint, and the puddle is a heart.
And it's like fuchsia, is that the color?
Yeah, it's like a magenta.
Magenta?
It's a really nice color.
On black.
On black.
That was our wedding colors.
Yeah.
And your logo, I first fell in love with you guys with this logo. It's so near and dear to my heart. It's a skull with your hat, which is
It's fedora.
yeah, fedora.
Yeah.
But it's a skull and cross mics.
Yeah. Like
So it's
across.
microphones crossed. Oh, I love it!
Yeah, I came up, well, here's a funny story. I came up with that. I was working at a gym 10 years ago, and I taught classes there, and I was working the desk a couple of days, and the guitar player, Craig Kemp, who's on this last song we just played, was a member of the gym. And he came in when I was drawing the logo for the first time. I almost went with an alien head, to be quite honest.
Really?
And then I was like,
A
no, it should
zombie
be a
head,
skull.
something.
But Craig had seen where I was drawing, and he's like, oh, that's cool, whatever, And then we started talking. It's funny because he's a photographer now. He's great, but he's in like the 80s and 90s. He was in like a lot of heavy metal bands. So that when you hear his guitar work, there's a lot of heavy metal influence, which I love because it's fun. It's really cool to have that.
This
element.
guitarist on this album is amazing.
Yeah, Craig did Fight For It, and the next song that I'm going to do, Can't Put Me in a Box, and then the rest of the songs are David Asher, and he was going to be here today, but he had an emergency, so he couldn't make it, and it would have been nice to have him here, but some things are way more important. So,
yeah, you got that. And Independent Matters is the name of the album, and there's a theme going on here a little bit, like Fight For It, Can't Put Me in a Box, Independent Matters.
Yes.
Is there some anger going on here?
There's a lot less anger. I have a lot less angst than I did because
you got it out in music, right?
Because I feel part of something a lot more now. The whole culture out here is independent. It's local businesses, and local radio station, and the talent level is phenomenal.
See, we've
It's
talked
not-
about this,
yeah,
right? The
it's-
local word.
Yeah, I hate that word.
But still, when you say local out here,
It's different.
look what it means.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
different.
Alec
yeah.
Baldwin's out here.
Right.
Adam Baranello's out here. I mean, WPPB is out here. Bob Anderson is out here. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking local.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Saying a lot.
It's incredible. Art market, art hand.
Yep.
I mean, my friend came out. My friend's getting into painting, and he's awesome. And he came out to I said, you got to come out here and see all the galleries and stuff. And we're in Bridgehampton every day at HBTS working, and I never went into some of those galleries. And there's sketches from Warhol, there's sketches from Basquiat, Lichtenstein's. There's all these, and then there's local. Then there's people that aren't famous, and their stuff is incredible. And it's all right there. It's like top notch. It's as good as you can get.
So I think we should redefine local.
Yes.
So local is the new global. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but if you go back to even like Eastern philosophy, like the way of the warrior and Japanese tradition, it's you start at home and your house is clean. You care about how you dress, and that transcends into and snowballs into the world.
There you go.
So I mean, how do you change the world if you're not caring about your community?
And that's another theme of yours. Change the world.
Let's
Yes.
get to some of these songs.
Are you going to do that song or
I want to do that at the end.
Let's do. Okay. Can't put me in a box.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about being different.
Yeah.
Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No. Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No. I've been trying to tell you. I think you've known all along. If you try to define us, you will be dead wrong. We are here. We've got something to say. Not like the others. We are here to stay. Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No. Can't put me in a box. Can't my own way. But you don't want to hear it. You just stand in the way. We are here. We've got something to say. Not like the others. We won't go away. Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No, no, no! Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No, no, no! Don't try to find me. Don't try to find me. Don't try to find me. You can't put me in a box. Don't try to find me. Don't try to find me. Don't try to find me. You can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No, no, no! Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No, no, no! Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No, no, no! Can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. No, no, no!
And it matters.
Independent matters.
Woo! AJB, and the way to find out more about Adam Baranello and AJB Productions is by going on Facebook. You got a website, yes, Adam?
AdamBaranello.com
AdamBaranello.com.
and Facebook, Adam Baranello. Come up. And it's good.
There
Yeah, we
you go.
do a
It's
lot
all
of
good.
stuff.
Independent matters. It's all good, and it's so true. For this public radio station, WPPB.
That's our beat.
It matters, 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 it matters. Independent matters, need to stand on our own. Independent matters, find the strength when alone. Independent matters, need to stand on our own. Independent matters, find the strength when alone. No one to help you, guide you, show you the way. No one to hold. Say it's okay, no one to help you and guide you and show you the way. No one to hold you in love. Say it's okay. Independent matters, need to stand on our own. Independent matters, find the strength when alone. Independent matters, need to stand on our own. Independent matters, find the strength when alone. It matters, it matters, it matters. 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 It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. You can beat us down, you can throw stones, but we won't break. We will be bold. You can beat us down, you can throw stones, but we won't break. We'll be bold. We'll rise, 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 we'll rise. Independent matters, stand on our own. Independent matters, find the strength when alone. Independent matters, need to stand on our own. Independent matters, find the strength when alone. No one to help you, guide you, show you the way. No one to hold you and love you, say it's okay. No one to help you and guide you and show you the way. No one to hold you, love you and say it's okay. Independent matters. Independent matters. Independent matters.